Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you. Delivered at the perfect time, in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a general or collective reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? Sorry, my cat likes the readings, and this is little Stella. She's got happy feet, but she'll calm down here in a minute. She has to come running into all the readings. All right, we do have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords has been coming up a lot in the readings lately. I think it basically represents a breath of fresh air. And this energy is about some sort of information or communication coming in. Maybe that will be fun for you, or it's just something different that maybe you've been waiting to do, that type of energy. The pages would work for the king and the queen in the court. I'll just put it here to emphasize it here. So they would work for the king and the queen in the court when they were very young, around 7 to 14 years of age. In the old days, you know, the lifespan was about half of what it is now. So they worked early. And but their main job was to provide communication, run errands, etc., within the palace walls. And then when they grew older, if they were still there and they had accomplished a lot, they would be maybe considered for knighthood if they could afford a horse. So this energy is talking about information or communication coming in, and it's generally like information that's on the pleasant side. This represents a more youthful energy, someone under the age of 21. It's not saying you have to be that age or it's about someone that age, but it's just that enthusiasm for life that you may have forgotten about if you've been through the mill a bit. So this is talking about the communication in the old days. It would always be in person, and this would always be a male. But now this could be a female in her masculine energy, and it's probably less likely to be in person. It's more likely maybe to be a phone call, a text message. Perhaps this is representing, an email, or maybe something comes in the actual mail. You could also be on social media, receive a message. You could, what else? You could see an event posted there and you attend the event, and the next thing you know, you run into someone who's a breath of fresh air, that type of energy. So this also can be talking about communication coming in, like just for yourself. The swords in tarot represent the element of air. It represents your thoughts and your mental intelligence, your discipline of your mind. So this could actually, maybe you have an aha moment yourself, like it's like, aha, I finally figured out what I want to do, or how something can be sitting at the back of your mind, and then you see something and it stimulates it, and it's like, now I know how I can do this. It's that type of energy. So it's also really good to keep an eye on what's going on, even for a few minutes every day at the top, of the pyramid, because whatever the leaders of the countries and that are talking about, that is going to trickle down and affect the economy and all sorts of things. It might give you an idea what the new trends are, that type of energy. So this is talking about maybe you want to start something new, and the Page of Swords, he's the only one that's not looking at his element, because he already understands logically what the issue is or what he's working on. He's looking for a brand new way of looking at it, a creative solution. And so he's thinking outside the box, so he's looking away from that. And the swords represent, they're double-edged swords, so they represent not only your logical mind, but your intuitive ability. And so if you combine the two, that's when you come up with creative solutions and original ideas. So this is a really awesome way to start a reading off. Now we have the Three of Pentacles here, and this could be representing maybe you're getting some information coming in about something that you've already started that's a really good idea, or it could say that, you know, you're very good at what you're doing, that you've mastered your skill set. So this is like shining a spotlight on your good work, and people are noticing that you're very talented and they want to collaborate with you. This bench is representing that you're elevated on that bench. This is a stonemason doing beautiful sculpture work here. And these two are here and they want to collaborate. And so you have to be careful when you're in a position of, you know, especially in the arts, the entertainment industry, actor, actress, musicians, artists, that, you know, any contracts you sign and that kind of energy, even like pro sports figures, you know, anything like that, when you sign contracts, you have to make sure that you're signing, you have it checked over by a lawyer that specializes in that field, because a lot of times there's hidden loops and whatever in the contracts. And you want to make sure that's in alignment with the lifestyle that you want to live. Pentacles and tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D world. And they are represented by a coin, but because money, of course, is a huge part of that. But the thing is that you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want to live. So the Pentacles take it one step further, like what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And so you want to make sure that the lifestyle you want to live is in, you know, is written into that contract, that you have control and that they are in alignment with the way you want to take your career forward. It's kind of like you don't want to sign up on a contract and you're a musician and you're doing rock and roll, but then you find out that they want you to do country. You know, it's that type of energy. So, or if you're like, you know, this can represent also scholarships coming in for university if you're a real talented athlete. Or even maybe you're at the university level now, college level, and these are actually, you know, scouts coming in for pro athletes. This could be just as simple as, which team do you want to play for and where are they located? That type of energy, because maybe you want to be closer to family or whatever. Sometimes this card can represent secret societies. So just have your contracts checked over really clearly, making sure that, you know, anything you sign, that you're in alignment with whatever that is, that it's going to benefit your lifestyle and not stunt your ability to be able to create in the way you want to. This is talking about the Page of Cups energy. Is talking, there could also be some information coming in about love. So the cups represent love, and it quite often is romantic, but sometimes it could be an energy of, you know, you know, anyone that you love, or something that you love, like, you know, you might love your pet, you know, that type of energy. This also can represent something you love to do or be, so it could be also connected to this energy that this is something you really love to do, and now it looks like there's a lot of pentacles coming in from it. It's a big reward. So this energy, if it's about romantic love, I mean, this Page, he's aware that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he's really focused on this fish. And so this is the one, this can say someone has their eye on you, or maybe you have your eye on someone on a romantic level, or this could just be talking about this energy of a lot of people noticing that what you love to do, that they're finding it very valuable and would like to collaborate with you. Awesome energy. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. So the Ace of Pentacles represents a reward from the divine and from the universe collaborating to bring in this large pentacle reward for you, because you have stayed true to your path, and this is considered the path of glory, you know, what you came down to the planet basically to accomplish in this lifetime, in your time here, that you are that you've stayed on that path, and are doing the best that you can do to be the best version of yourself. We have the Knight of Swords energy coming in. Now the Knight of Swords energy, it's very similar. I mean, the knights, their main duty would be to, in the old days, they didn't have, the only form of long distance communication was to send the knight out with a message, and then they would deliver it, and they might have to travel through several kingdoms to get there, and then they would wait for the answer and deliver it back. So it would take a long time. These days, it could be all those forms of communication that I mentioned with the page. And this card sometimes represents a fool rushing in energy. And I'll explain why. Like, we have the sword energy here. And I already explained here what the sword energy is about, but this can represent like almost the energy of a fool rushing in. They may have heard about your idea and they want to be one of the first ones to collaborate with you. That could be that. They're running towards something or away from something generally. Or it could be someone that is like, yeah, like this is a really lucrative idea and maybe they want to copy it and get it out there before you do, that type of energy. But this is talking about someone who only has half, we can only see half his sword, so he might only have half the information. We can't see the point, and maybe he can't either. There's a red flag flying out from his helmet, and look how stressed out his horse is. Like, this is like, the horse is just like exhausted, and he's forcing it to keep going. The trees are, you can see the wind is blowing against them, and they're traveling through barren land. So this sometimes can talk about, not having the information and getting emotional or whatever, panicky. It's that type of energy. So even the clouds, when you look at the clouds in the sky, it looks like someone ripped them, instead of them being fluffy. So we'll keep going here and see if we can figure out what this is about. Well, this looks like there is actually a cup of love coming in. This is representing romantic love. Interesting. Oh, maybe someone wants to propose to you because they hear that you're doing really well now. I feel like this could be an energy from the past, maybe wanting to come in and offer you a cup of love. It doesn't have to be someone from the past, but it's almost like they're running towards this situation. I'm not quite like whatever, because this is that energy of fool rushing in, but we'll focus on the Knight of Cups because we have both knights here. Now this knight is like the knight in shining armor that you read about in romance novels. So he's dressed to the nines, he's all shiny, he has his cup, and he has thought about this, and you can see like his horse, it almost looks like the same horse, doesn't it? It's very similar, a Palomino. They're so beautiful. And so this is talking about, wanting to deliver, maybe I want to go out on a date with you, or I want to take if you're already with someone, I want to take our commitment to a higher level. Sometimes this can be a proposal of marriage. This is the knight that you read about in the romance novels. He comes in correct when he has an offer. You look at the difference here. He has like wings on the back of his helmet and not a red flag. And this could represent that in the past, maybe you've had this kind of energy coming towards you, and now this is like the new you. Something like that, comparing the two, because the horses are so similar here. It could be something like that. And then, okay, so then we have judgment being called. All right, so this is talking about okay, I do feel like there could be some energy here regarding a past lover or something, or a past relationship. It could be, again, because if this is talking, this could be someone that was a lover, but it doesn't have to be. And same with this. This could be, again, about this same energy. But usually when this guy shows up, it's, a solid romantic offer. And so judgment is being called from the Most High. So some sort of something went on here. And this is talking to the ancestors are literally climbing out of their box, like cheering, yay, the trumpet's blowing. This judgment is being called. God has seen, we've been trying to get in touch with you, but God is making sure that justice comes through. The descendants are waving, and it's over this kind of troubled water here. And so this is representing, sometimes this can represent the energy of Pandora's box, like something coming, being opened and you can't close it. Like once this information comes out, you're not going to be able to close it kind of energy. Also, this energy can sometimes represent skeletons coming out of the family closet. So there might be some hidden secrets or something, and maybe someone in the family is panicking about that. It's something they didn't want you to know or anyone to know maybe. Oh, and look at this. Yes, we do have regret here, remorse. Now, whether or not this is your regret or your remorse, it's hard to say. It could be both. This is talking generally, we have 3 cups spilt on the ground, and then we have 2 standing here. If you've ever heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, it just means that like when the milk is in the ground there, you're not going to be able to, yeah, you can come up, Stella, it's okay. You're not going to be able to recover that loss. In this case, though, we have 2 cups of wine and 1 cup of some other fluid. And it appears that maybe it was poisonous to the relationship because it's all spilt and this person is in a lot of regret or remorse. So this can represent sometimes someone, third-party energy. There's 3 cups here instead of 2. And I also feel like this is an interesting energy because, okay, let's say this is about romantic love. And this is a past situation that you had. It's sitting on this card here, which sometimes can actually represent that there was something fishy in a past relationship that you had or in the current one. But if someone's offering you a cup of love coming in, I feel like this is talking about a past relationship, this energy. And this is the new energy coming in that someone has an eye on you. That makes sense. Okay, so there's something stinky happening. Like if you leave a fish out of water too long, it's going to start to smell. So there's something that was smelling in your relationship. Now, maybe it was someone that was just coming in because they knew you were talented and they wanted to have a part of that. So they maybe pretended to really care about you. And they might have even belonged to a secret society. They may have been sent in by someone like that because, coming in as someone that loves you and wants to, date you or marry you or whatever. And now this energy is hearing that, now you're accomplishing this. And someone else is courting you. So they're in a hurry to get in. Could be something like that. I feel like this is less if this is your regret and remorse, I feel like this is that you already have chosen to turn around, pick up these 2 cups, especially if it's about your business or whatever it is that that you love to do, because apparently people are noticing after this happened that you're back up on your feet. So pick up these 2 cups, walk down the path, cross the bridge over troubled waters here. And there's your castle in the background. Now the castle is half standing and half dilapidated. And that can represent that energy of, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? How are you approaching this? What's your attitude? Attitude can be everything in a situation like this. Like you could stand here and regret what's happened and have a lot of sadness about it and then give up. But I feel you've chosen, because you're in this position where you're elevated, that you've chosen to keep moving forward. And so you could be, this other cup of love may have come in, and your previous partner maybe that was involved in some of this has heard that, this King of Cups or this Knight of Cups energy is coming towards you, and they want to back your business or your idea. Whatever it is, it must be a great idea. That's the kind of energy. So this is still really good energy. It's the cards sometimes tell a story about what was going on in the past as well. And then we have the energy. Yeah, there was hidden illusions. It's sitting here again. That's what the judgment is being called, and it's sitting on this energy here. So I do feel like this is talking about either that, or because generally this horse here, he's walking away from this energy, this old energy, the judgment, the that type of energy, and just walking towards like this fresh idea energy. Whereas this knight is running towards this energy, and there's judgment being called. And the moon energy is talking about hidden illusions, secrets coming out, that Pandora box energy. So this, what this represents is hidden secrets might be coming out. Also, when there's a full moon, a new moon, that type of energy, you're at your most intuitive. So that might be when you have these aha moments, and where this lobster is wanting to climb out of this emotional water and stay on their path. And I feel like that's representing your energy here. And there's a dog and a wolf both howling at the moon. And the lobster wants to stay in between these two pillars here. And they're like, man, I got to be vulnerable here. And that kind of talks about healing your heart and getting back up on your feet and saying, okay, I'm giving it another go here, that type of energy. And so it could be saying that you've been very domestic, you've been staying home, you've been really working, or, like you haven't been going out much. And maybe it's time that you start to get back out there again and, go out on a date. And this energy is talking, the wolf or coyote energy is talking about maybe you've been on your wild side and you need to come back home once in a while, to get some work done. But I feel if you're here, it's time to say that you need to get out and have more fun and go on a date and open your heart back up to the energy. And just go on a date. It's okay. You don't have to. And look at this. The sun is shining on this. This is a new lover, and this is when the sun is shining on it. This represents God's energy, and it also represents that you're on your divine path. You notice this is sitting right on the gift of a way better lifestyle and a lot of coin coming in at the same time. Awesome energy. The cloud in between them could represent that you've never met this person before, or if you have, you might know of them, but you haven't had a relationship with them before, and you need to get to know each other. This angel here is saying that this is source energy, is basically like God is actually appointing this. Like this is like, yes, it has God's seal of approval. When the sun, the actual sun card comes out, it represents the happiest card in the deck. And I feel this is like your reward is having also like the part of the better lifestyle energy is having this judgment come in. Maybe something happened here and you're getting a reward, not just of the lover upgrading your lifestyle, but possibly it's also this is someone that wants to back your project or whatever. They think it's a really good idea and they want to do it with you, that type of energy. And this is representing a mental prison sitting at the top. I feel like you may have been in this position where you didn't know what to do when you were with this energy. Not knowing, should I go forward with this or shouldn't I, because of the past energy of being feeling insecure, because perhaps in the past whatever happened has really it sucked your confidence away, because you really thought maybe that this was someone that cared about you and that they really supported you, and then it just all fell apart. But you kept going and you kept staying on your path. And so this can represent the thoughts that you had about this and having to heal from them. But look at how they're all behind you. And the blindfold can represent really not wanting to look at it clearly, but you've decided, I've got to look at this, and feeling kind of duty bound as well, that maybe you've had to, because she's turned her back on this energy and it's behind her now. She's walking away from her castle. So this can represent having to leave people behind that you cared about, that were either involved in this project, or they could be friends, family, a lover, whatever this is. And it's been very emotional for you. And I feel like at one point there was way more water here, but look at her right foot is stepping forward now, and it's on dry land, and her left foot is still stuck in this puddle, but it's very shallow now. I'm not saying your emotions are shallow. I'm just saying that there's way less water here. And sometimes I get the feeling that this is kind of the tears that someone has cried. And now there's only this one sword, which is in front here. And so, you know, she could have walked away from this energy at any time, but there had to be some healing that was done. And I feel like that's kind of the energy, what this is saying, that because you chose to keep going and stay on your path, you're now in this energy, that you can let this go, that this energy is gone, and you're going to move forward and take this offer. Or if you're thinking about it, it's a strong offer. I feel like it's, you know, you want to do your research. You want to make sure that this is a legit person and everything, but you don't want a bad experience to hold you back from doing what you love to do. And, or, you know, having love in your life, like you deserve to have that. And so this energy can really be talking about the healing journey here that you've gone through, and your idea is still saying, yes, it's a really good idea. So go with it, you know. And so we have this, it's about regaining that confidence. And so this is like being at the top of your game and again here now after having hardship. And this is talking about hidden illusions and secrets coming out. This judgment that's been called on the spiritual realm, and it's going to hit the physical soon. You're walking out of this energy. You're like, okay, I'm going to go on a date. That may sound like not that big a deal, but if you're someone that's been really hurt, it could be for you a very big deal. And then we have this, the Knight of Cups energy and this old energy hearing about it, I feel. This is almost like panic energy. I got to get there first before this guy gets there, but he's already left. I feel he's already given the offer. He's heading towards this great idea, and he's heading towards the old energy. Interesting. Also, when it comes, because we do have judgment being called here, this does represent sometimes judgment in court. And this also can represent an investigation happening, or someone having hired a private eye to see what was going on here. And that might be why, you know, if it's a judgment that's coming through the courts, this card here, besides being a mental prison, in the 3D, sometimes it can represent with this judgment card, and you know, this kind of energy here, that this could actually be like physical jail. So someone may have done something to take pentacles from you, and now it's being returned. So all in all, it's a really good reading. I'm liking the readings. I never know what I'm going to get with random shift. If you're leaving the reading now, yeah, please give it a like and comment if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate it. It does help me build my channel. Also, consider subscribing. You're so welcome, and I would be honored if you did so. Now, I'm going to clarify with my oracle, and this is Tales from the Vector, Tails. I started this back in 2020, in 2007, and I did 64 paintings. I'm an artist. I had a lot of fun doing it, but they were, this is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and there was some very big dragon paintings, 3 feet by 4 feet, with a lot of detail in them. And each of them is from a different location, like either in the universe or in the world. And so there was a lot of information I was writing down. I might like it's a story that I might even write a book about, because the story is becoming more and more clear as I do these readings. So for now, probably till the rest of the year here, I'm going to, as I do this, I want to continue to work on getting the information, the numbers on these, so that I can bring the actual oracle deck out. These numbers on these cards represent the paintings, how they're listed in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I will put all that information in this box below, in the description box, and I'll put them in the order they show up here, so you know which paintings to look for. So the Chariot is saying this is coming in quick. It's already in the making. You know, it's already happening on the spiritual realm and is headed towards. The Chariot sometimes can also represent law enforcement coming in. So there's another card about judgment of some sort. We have harmony coming in your life. So this is really good to see. And also the Emperor. And the Emperor is talking about this person that has their eye on you now. I feel like that's what this energy here is possibly. The Emperor is talking about high-level performance, someone who, and that could be someone who really is interested in your project or whatever, or someone that's interested in you romantically, or both. And so this is a high level performance energy. And then we have, it's confirming this new lover energy and the old lover energy. Thank you. That makes it more clear. And this is about making choices. And so you could choose to be in this regret energy for the rest of your life, or remorse. I feel maybe this person's in regret. The Aries energy is talking about being and doing. So astrologically, as I'm doing this reading right now, there's a lot of energy in the sign of Aries. A lot of planets have moved into that sign. And like, for instance, Neptune. And Neptune is going to be in the sign of Aries now for 14 more years. And this is like about how we approach life, idealism, and that type of energy. So when my horoscope signs come into a reading, I just want you to be aware. I'm not talking about an individual. I'm talking about the actual sign itself. If you ever get your birth chart done, we all have a little bit of every sign in us, and we can learn from the energy. So basically, the Aries energy is the infant, and it's about being willing to start over again, being willing to take on a fresh idea, and be like that, in that energy where you think about how much a baby learns in the first year alone. If you're starting a new project, you might be learning a lot of new, have a lot to learn. And that, that could be at any age, but it's having that youthfulness, that passion again, that freshness, approaching life in that enthusiastic manner. So it's really, I really like this energy. This is about transitions. So this is a big transition when this this offer of a cup of love comes towards you. And, generally this is a solid offer. And then we have, it's an energetic upgrade. So this is a beautiful golden, she's a dragonfly. And she's playing, her location is from Iquitos, Peru. And she's playing in a puddle with her tail and having fun in the puddle. And this is about putting a spin on it. And wherever she's playing with the mud there in the puddle, there's the water lilies coming up. And water lilies come from the mud. And that's the energy. So this is saying from the mud in the past, something more beautiful is being born. It's an energetic upgrade for you. You deserve it, so, go forward in that energy and, stay on your path. You're doing a good job. And then we have the battle stars. So this is about having the courage to get back out there again, really, really good energy. So this is, make sure that you, congratulate yourself. There's going to always be, shift comes up in life. And so if we have the courage to be able to move forward, then, and we learn from our mistakes, then, it upgrades our energy. I do hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this. As I said, I never know what I'm going to get with the random shift. And I am so far 2 out of 2 right now. They're both uplifting readings, which is nice to see. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a like and comment if you have. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. I would be very honored. Bye for now. Sorry, little kitty, I gotta wake you up. Or you sleeping.